What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights to the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, like button for the YouTube algorithm, and do not forget to subscribe. So we have reached an important crossroad in the journey of Shiba Inu, and this would be an important step for any cryptocurrency in the space, for the matter. Now, Satoshi just made a tweet. Actually, this tweet was made yesterday. There's 1 hour left on this poll. So this is a voting tweet, basically, where Satoshi is asking the community for the community's input on how they feel about this. So as you can see, I haven't voted on this yet. I'm very, very torn, very torn over this. Like, I mean, this is probably one of the biggest, conflictions I've had, when it came to Shiba Inu, polls. But here's the tweet. Sheep Army, I need a quick vote. We have been kindly invited to work with the World Economic Forum as it pertains to their metaverse global policy. Would love to know what you all think, because it's not our decision, but yours. So the answers or the choices are: yes, work with WEF on metaverse. No, don't work with WEF. And then the next choice is doesn't matter to me. So there's 3 choices: yes, no, and doesn't matter to me. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with what the World Economic Forum is, as a matter of fact, let's pull up their website. Let's pull this up. So they basically are a group of powerful individuals that are working together, in a sense, I don't even want to sugarcoat it, but to have control over the world, or at least have their policies in place to, influence the world. So I'm going to invite y'all after this video. I'm going to be doing a reaction video to a video from a YouTuber named Chico Crypto, where he does a breakdown on, exactly what this is. And we're going to walk through it, and I'm going to give y'all my opinion on everything that, every point that he's making in that video. And you're going to see, why I'm really torn behind this. But let's see what happened at the COP2, 7 crucial. So they have very big global agendas. They work together to, put leaders in place. If you notice, once you, join me on this next video, make sure you got notifications on so you don't miss it. You'll see that from a number of countries, the people that they select or that they work with as, putting in a position of future leaders, end up becoming presidents and prime ministers of other countries. So these people have some very strong influence. You really want to tap into this next video if you're serious and really want to get a deep dive understanding of this. It's going to be very important to get my input on this. But let's see. What does the World Economic Forum brings together decision makers from across society to work on projects and initiatives that make a real difference. Through collaboration between stakeholders with varied perspectives, our project delivers concrete and sustainable results and make a positive impact at all levels of society. So so that's like a little understanding of what they do. Let's look at some of the images so we can see some of the people who, they're affiliated with. So I believe this is the founder. So you can see a number of Prince Charles there. The founder's name is Klaus Schwab, I believe. You can see Bill Gates, involved somehow, in which I have none personally, really against these individuals, but I'm aware of some of the things that these individuals are doing. So, we can't be ignorant to that. Let's take a look. Okay, let's just go back to this tweet. So here's the thing. This can be very beneficial for Shiba Inu, but at the same time, it can be critical for Shiba Inu, because these people have a lot of influence. So if they're inviting, Shiba Inu to be involved in the global metaverse policy, that basically shows, the strength of the sheep army. We know the strength we have though, but it also, shows the strength to the rest of the world, how important, sheep is. And to be able to have a seat at that table, in the decision making process can be beneficial to us versus not having any say so at all. But then again, if we do accept that, we have to know that there could possibly be some level of, basically us being, the best word I could use for it right now is infiltrated in a sense. It's not saying that it necessarily will happen, but we have to know that these people are going to try to implement whatever policy they want and push it through us as well. So we can't act blind to that fact. Now, am I saying that the leaders, and the people at, who will be representing the sheep army will go for that? No, I'm not saying that. But we know these people are very big on policy and putting, secret plans into action, to be able to, have power and control. And I even seen one tweet from them that really, tripped me out. Look at this tweet where they shared. It says, "Welcome to 2030. I own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better." So this is the vision that they have. This was one of the speakers that they had at the World Economic Forum. So this is their vision. This is how they see things. Welcome to 2030. I own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better. I'm not with that part. I'm not with that. I'm all for working together on a common goal, to, make things better. But you're going to tell me I have nothing, I own nothing. I have no privacy and life has never been better. I don't like that. I even heard one of their leaders basically saying their group believes that humans no longer have free will. And that's a deep, deep topic that we can get into and really break down. And, that's something to question. But they're basically saying that they control so many, not just them specifically, but the world has so many different controls in place that they influence, everything down to your buying decisions, where you travel to, the things you consume, everything. And, this is something that, is against decentralization. This goes directly against the whole idea of decentralization. Now, I like the idea of having a seat at the table, being able to provide some type of input, or at least having an ear at the table to be aware of what's going on. But we would have to, that's a really, really slippery slope. Really slippery. We would really have to, it would have to be so transparent, which I'm pretty sure they're not about that. They're all about privacy and, for them. But us having no privacy, the things they'll be doing will be all, private. The things that are really taking place in the shadows. Of course, they're going to have the public meetings and the things that they parade in front of us. But then we all know there are deeper agendas on the background. So, this could help Shiba Inu. It really could. It can get us a stamp, and get us bigger, in the eyes of the rest of the world. But at the same time, it can be dangerous. But let's take a look at what some of the community is saying. Satoshi responded and said, "We would be at the table with policymakers and would help shape global policy for the metaverse alongside other giants like Facebook, Sand, Decentraland. And please don't ask my opinion. You already know." So this is Satoshi's response to this tweet. Now, I think that's very powerful for Shiba Inu to have a seat alongside players like Facebook, Decentraland, Sand. I really think that's very, very powerful for us to have. So I don't want y'all to underestimate that. Because people are going to sit at that table regardless if we sit there or not. Now, some people look at it like, in a sense of selling out or something like that, but this is really, really tricky. I want to go more into breaking down my opinion on it. I just want to present kind of both sides, and then we can talk more about my opinion in this next video. But Satoshi says, "Yes, I am serious. RIP my DM's mood." And then here's some of the community's input. "I believe that as a community on our way to global economic freedom, we should be at the forefront of adoption. Working with WEF gives us the best opportunity to do so." So I kind of have to agree. Of course unless we create our own avenues and, but it's, to be honest, getting on a big global stage like that will probably be the best opportunity to skip the line, and also give SHIB a layer of, a blanket of like protection in a way when it comes to, other politicians and, people who speak down on crypto, outright talking bad about us. We'll have these individuals who are aware of what Shiba Inu is, these, prime ministers and presidents and people that are, parliament, and, people in power positions that are a part of this group. They'll be able to, speak for us in a positive light. But what does that come with? So also someone else says, what is your opinion on this? Sheep Informer says, do it. Go there just to let them know who the SHIB army is and how it can act as a force of good. They are definitely not friends of decentralization, so be cautious about their suggestions. So SHIB Informer is aware that these people are going to collude and going to, try to infiltrate and, control things through, their collaboration or partnership, or, I heard it wasn't a partnership, but we're sitting at the table. That's a partnership. That's some type of, that's, we're working together. So, Satoshi responded and said, well said, friend. Miles said, if that means you stop working on the Shibarium, then no. Get that done first and foremost. Nothing else matters except that. And so that we are clear here, if the phrase in your spare time comes up, the response is still no. Get the Shibarium done. So this is a solid shout out to Miles. This is a bone sheep and leash holder here, so he's somebody who's passionate about the community. He wants to see, Shibarium done first. He doesn't want to see attention, diverted into all these different areas. He wants, things to be focused on what should be getting done right now. Satoshi responded, and that tweet right there had 243 likes, his comment. Sheep Informer's comment had 905 likes. SheBPP comment had 82 likes. And Satoshi responded to Miles's comment and said, won't stop Shibarium whatsoever, with 547 likes. Dose XX guy says, bro, if she partners with the corrupt WEF in any way, I'm done and selling all of my holdings. Voted above reflected this. Sheep Informer responded to him and said, I don't like them either, but talking is not partnering. Fed Crypto said, work on Shibarium, not this. Satoshi said, if you don't see how they work in tandem, that's fine. Sheep Knight says, I voted yes. Invitation shows the power of Sheep Army. Everyone should respect the decision of the community. So, the people that are saying yes, they have a point. It's not like they're not aware of, the influence that WEF could have. That's why Sheep Informer says, listen to their, you see, Sheep Informer says, I don't like them either, but talking is not partnering. And he also said, so be cautious about their suggestions. So it's not like people aren't aware. Nasty Sheep says, I'm a little conflicted on this. In a way, it can be good and open larger doors, likewise, to help set precedent for sensible regulations. I am not familiar enough with all that would entail behind closed doors. And trust me, there's going to be a lot going on behind closed doors. Not saying it's going to be between, WEF and Sheep, but the WEF is definitely going to have a lot going on behind closed door when it comes to Sheep. And, I don't know, how they will, what will be their attempt to, of course, they have some very good methods. You don't get people in power, into presidential powers, without having some strong influence, strategies, connections, capabilities. This is a wild, thing right here. I'm sure Ryoshi would say no. I'm pretty sure Ryoshi would possibly say no. But that does not mean I'm completely against it. I'm torn, y'all. I don't like it, but I like the possibilities. Because things are going to happen with us or without us. We just have to make sure whoever's representing the Sheep Army is very transparent, not, gullible, not easy to be swayed, or influenced with, all the treats and all the different, positions of power that they could offer, to, continue to just ride for the Shib army at the end of the day and keep our best interests in mind. They need to, if it does happen, they need to send me, because I'm gonna go live with everything. But I'm just playing, y'all. But this is a serious one, man. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. I want to take a couple more community comments just to see, how everyone is really feeling about this. This is a tough one, y'all. Do we not sit at the table and we let all the policies and, Decentraland and Sandbox and Facebook, do we let them control the policy on how the metaverse is ran when we're spending all this money to build our own shib, the metaverse? Crazy, y'all. I don't know. I think we might need some representation, y'all. I don't like it. But it's like, cause basically we're giving them power. We basically just, by essentially partnering with them or, working with them, we're essentially kind of, bowing down to accept, them as, the, kind of central leader over, the metaverse. And that's kind of, tricky. But regulation is going to come, eventually, regardless, I believe. It may never come, but I believe so. So this is just real tricky, y'all. I don't mean to stretch this video too long. Sheep Dream says, my personal opinion is that you should not, because then I feel it is a backdoor for them to change things to be more centralized. Asking the community is a great idea, but I hope everyone understands the impact this could have going forward. I believe in decentralization. Exactly. This is not, even the in its nature itself is not decentralized. A group of people coming together to have a central authority over, the policy. That's not decentralization. This is very, very tricky. So another comment from Colt says, and that comment from Sheep Dream has 198 likes on it. Colterra says, the WEF is a cesspit against everything decentralization stands for. Satoshi or any individual representing Shib at the table with WEF is everything your protocol should stand for. So I'm not sure exactly if he's for or against. It sounds like, he's saying like he knows that they're against it, but maybe having Satoshi at the table could be a benefit. JD Update says, yes, I think it would be a great opportunity to have a major influence on the metaverse policy, but it's not without its risks. The WEF usually have their own incentives, so it would be very important to be careful. However, it is crucial to push forward the decentralization vision. And also, keep in mind, I've been hearing WEF has, involvement with FTX. Remember, FTX is a centralized exchange that just crashed. WEF had involvement with Luna, that crashed, and also a few other crypto projects as well. So connect the dots. She Planet says, I say yes, let's do it. Just because we're at the table doesn't mean we have to be influenced by it. They ask for our opinion, we can give them. We are decentralized by nature. If things get too woke, I'm sure we can simply withdraw. Either way, the exposure will speak volumes. And then I'm really curious, who would represent at the table, because, I doubt it's going to be actually Satoshi. Whoever doxes, and gets, basically who represents at that table, they are gonna have a lot of pressure on their shoulders. A lot. Because they will essentially be the face of Shib. So, also that comes with the dangers of, them later on targeting that individual. Let's say things don't go as planned and they want to withdraw. Now that individual who, represented, things can fall on them, heavily. So, it gets real, slippery. But also, Questioning Reason said, agreeing to work with the WEF sure will give exposure, but not in the picture you're trying to paint. This will bring some serious issues. A decentralized project working with the most centralized group assembled. And he has a point there. Jolt says, my vote is yes. If you stay in the sidelines and remove yourself from conversation/policy forming, the decisions will be made without any input from the SHIB army. We all should realize the policies are not a matter of if, but rather when and how. She has a point there. That's a very strong point to keep in mind. But Question and Reason said, not sure how familiar you are with WEF, but no one at the table has input other than the few elites running the WEF. So keep that in mind as well. The few top people may control those decisions. It's centralized. So even if we partner, work with whatever, at the end of the day, the few top people still have the final say so. So what they want to create for the world is beyond scary. They want full control and complete centralized approach. Scary how many want to have a seat with them. Marcos says, isn't WEF a lobbying group of banks and wealthy elites? If so, I'm out. Julie the Cat says, I'm torn. Just don't lose sight of what you've done for decentralization and what you have built. I do think having a seat at the table has its benefits when it comes to having a say in future policy/regulation. Shibarium Crypto Gather says, SHIB is going to get so big. Thank you, Satoshi, for doing all this. The SHIB army will continue to support you. We believe in you and SHIB. Someone else, Timmy Gardner says, F no. Before you know it, we have Greta and Claus trying to tell SHIB holders what to do. And that's like the founder. Claus is the founder of WEF. So basically telling, we're going to lose, power. Shout out to Scorcher. Scorcher says, is the person you're considering sending as a representative extensively versed in the nuances of the crypto space and the vision as well as politics? That's a very good question, because a person can understand crypto, but if you don't understand politics, a lot of things can possibly go over your head, or you might not recognize certain moves that are being made. But Verstrick says, this is a double-edged sword. On one side, the exposure would be good for the SHIB ecosystem. Other side is everything we are against. Tread carefully like the ninja. Go in, get the exposure while keeping an eye on WEF/the government without losing our independence or anonymity. Man, that's going to be hard to do, man. Crypto Ranger says, Terra/Luna worked with WEF, and so did FTX. And look what happened in the end. This will be the end of Shiba Inu. Not a futter, but WEF is ran by Swift Banking, and they're trying to end crypto. Swift Banking is basically like the banking system behind all the banking platforms and things like that. Not all of them, but the majority. So yeah, this is someone says, take it to the doggy DAO up for voting from bone holders. Why do dubious Twitter polls that can easily be botted? So that person has a good point. This is what the doggy DAO was supposed to be made for. Someone says, absolutely yes. Someone else says, who gave the admin of a meme coin a seat at the table? Someone says, I believe you can do so without selling your soul. I warn you, it will be tough to hold your ground. So if you're willing to fight for what you believe in, then do it. After shibarium and shibaswap v2, of course. So we see communities still want our catalysts that we have coming on our own to be released. I definitely think this will, in some form, slow down shibarium. If we start working with them before shibarium is released, I know Satoshi says it won't, but I really think I can't see it not, because all that time that we'll spend towards working with them could be time spent working on shibarium. But someone says, just remember, they literally had a slide in their presentation about a future a few years ago where it said you will own nothing and be happy. That hardly aligns with any tenets of Web3, property rights, individual liberty, etc. Be very cautious. Sellout, someone else commented. Someone else dropped a lot of throwing up emojis. Someone else says, you will own nothing and be happy about it, WEF. Someone else says, what happened to the doggy DAO, 120. Someone else says, Ryoshi had seen it coming. It's simple, crystal clear. So, yeah, that's all we got for this video. I don't want to stretch it too long. Sheesh, 24 minutes. My bad, y'all. But this is a very, very serious topic. So, we had to go over this. This tweet has 22,436 votes with 44 minutes left. 2,600 likes with 182 quote tweets, 1,061 retweets. So, come give y'all opinion. Let me know in the comment section. Join me if you want to see a breakdown video of what the World Economic Forum has planned and what they're trying to do. and you know, we can go from there. But appreciate y'all for pulling up. Also, if you want to get tickets to this Friday's DeFi class, if you want to learn more about decentralized finance and why it's important, how to make money in DeFi, what to watch for, you know, how to navigate it properly, you want to get a ticket to this class, invest in your financial future, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com for tickets. It will be this Friday. That's all we got for this video, man. We are out.